Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, today we've got to take another trip to Philly because something is in the water or the air up there because this is the third attempted carjacking with a gun that we're going to talk about that the individual who was being the victim turned the tables, had a concealed carry weapon, and took care of the business themselves, defended themselves and their property. Now, this is, in my personal opinion, this kind of correlates directly into more guns being bought than ever before, more interest in firearms and self-defense and the Second Amendment than ever before. That also dovetails nicely into minorities and women buying more guns than ever before. There is a resurgence of gun ownership in this country, and this story kind of points to that because it's not happening in the legal and judicial system, so people are taking the defense into their own hands, which, in my opinion, is American as can be. But I've got everything linked in the description box below. I want to hear from you guys on this one. And like I said on last night's video, YouTube gave us the notification we're getting some spam accounts scrubbed from the subscriber accounts. So just make sure you didn't get accidentally scrubbed like a lot of people did on last night. Just check that subscription is still active and that notification bell is on. Okay, let's hit it. Let's get it. Another Philly carjacker gets tables turned on him. Pizza delivery driver, with gun pointed at him, pulls his own gun and shoots the thug 6 times. That's efficient. All right, let's see what actually happened here. Crooks in Philadelphia apparently aren't paying attention to the news because yet another lawbreaker, who likely figured it would be easy pickings to scare a motorist into handing over car keys, just got the tables turned on him. Now in Philadelphia, carjacking is up like 800%. That's not an exact figure. It's dramatically up, right? And that makes sense that people are defending themselves because they're picking up on what's going on. Police said a 39-year-old pizza delivery driver was in, doesn't matter where, just after 7:30 p.m. Thursday when an armed carjacker approached him. Now this is the third instance where an armed carjacker has approached a would-be victim. You had the 60-year-old Lyft driver, you had the individual who was in his house and the car was being victimized or stolen from his street, and now you have this pizza delivery driver. All three of these people had Second Amendment rights, they were legally concealed carry, and they took care of the problem themselves, didn't wait on the police to be a good witness. Okay? There's something happening under the surface here. Then the suspect allegedly pointed a gun at the delivery driver and demanded his car, police told the news station. And I love this part. But the driver wasn't about to become a victim and had a different kind of delivery up his sleeve. Because at the moment the driver pulled out his own gun and fired multiple rounds at the suspected carjacker, the driver hit the suspect 6 times. Philadelphia Police Inspector D.F. Pace added to the report that the suspect returned fire but the driver wasn't injured. That has happened in 2 cases also. In the first with the Lyft case, it was like 2-3 weeks ago, the Lyft driver that was the one where the bullet stippling or the gunpowder stippling was on the guy's face. The criminal didn't hit the victim or would-be victim. This is another one where the criminal did not hit the would-be victim and they also got shot. There's something is happening and Americans are discovering something we haven't had in a while. 23-year-old suspect was taken to the hospital by a private vehicle and placed in extremely critical condition. Police added he was being held as a prisoner. The 2 people who were the suspect were also being held and questioned. There's another thing. In the 60-year-old carjacking with the Lyft driver, there was a group of people. In the situation where someone was defending their gun that was on the street, or their car on the street, 3 people. This situation, 3 people. They're coming out in groups and roving bands, and they're being beaten back. 3 people beaten back by 1. That is the power of the concealed carry, of holding a firearm for your own safety. Be protecting yourself. You can take on 3 armed would-be carjackers with 1 firearm. That is called equality in my book. But now let's keep going. The driver had a permit to carry a concealed firearm, police told the Philadelphia Inquirer. All 3 were legal gun owners, legal concealed carriers, and this is what it's all about. When the police are going to take minutes or hours to get there, when you're going to lose your car, your source of livelihood, or just your way to make any kind of money whatsoever, or transportation, someone points a gun at your face. That's why you have the right to a Second Amendment, the right to self-defense. That's why you have a concealed carry system where you can have that gun legally because you are a responsible gun owner for just those scenarios. So anytime someone on the left says you don't need a gun, it's an antiquated idea, point to Philly right now because we've had 3 instances in the past 2 weeks where it's kind of worked out in a different way. That's what I've got for you guys this morning. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the episode tonight at 9 p.m. Braden, signing out.